Before coming to Carleton, it was a mix of emotions. I felt really excited that I was actually moving on to university life, but I also felt very sad that I would leave my family because I never imagined moving away so soon. But it was like my decision, and I don't regret it at all. It was phenomenal.
I was more numb than having to feel anything because I knew it was going to happen. So I prepared myself for it, and mentally I was just there. I was going to Canada, I was going away from my parents, but hey, it has to be done, so I did it.
All right, well, emotionally, before leaving, I was torn. I didn't want to leave my family. I'm very close to my mom, so, we cried at the airport. It was a big scene, crying, but over the journey here, I kind of got better because Carleton is a special place for us. My mom graduated from here, so I was very excited to come and see what she went through, and it's been great so far.
I would say basically I was more excited than anything because education is a big thing in my family, and when I got accepted into Carleton I was so excited, and I really was excited to go out and see things and meet new people, and I would say I got everything I was looking for.
Prior to Carleton, I was at that point in my life where I was ready to make a fresh new start, get my career started, get the education that's needed for my career started. So I was very excited when I got accepted. I was at that point where I was just eager. I think that's the main emotion I had. I was eager. I mean, when you're willing to skip carnival to come to Carleton early, you know you're eager. So that is how I felt. Alongside that, I was very sad because I had my family. I'm a very family-oriented person. And so knowing that I was leaving my mom, and my older brother already left my mom, so knowing that another one of her children was leaving, I knew she was tearing up inside. So come at the airport, I was with my best friend and other friends from high school, and it was a crying fest. I won't even lie. It was so sad, but at the same time, I knew it was the step that I needed in my life to be able to find myself, to know who I am. So that's the emotions that I felt before coming here.
It happened very fast. I didn't really have any emotions. It was time for me to leave home and move on and start a life of my own. So I just got on a plane and I got to Carleton.
The most important thing I believe I brought with me was my favorite snack, and this is fried plantain chips. I stocked my suitcase with bags and bags. I think I had about 10 to 20 bags in my suitcase. And in addition to that, I brought pictures of friends and family, of my room, because I was going to miss it. I didn't know when I was going to see it again, maybe in 2 years, and I needed that reminder about home. So that's what I had.
Now, in terms of packing, I came with 2 humongous suitcases. I filled everything you can possibly imagine, from food and snacks. I had all kinds of sweets and even gum from home. And I also brought cards and pictures and material from my wall and posters. So over the 8 months I was in residence, when you walked in, my room was like a mini Tanzania in there, which was great. It reminded me of home.
Well, concerning packing, my mom did most of my packing because she was trying to ensure that I didn't sneak any tank tops because she believed that, Canada was going to be amazingly cold all year round. So my mom did most of my packing in terms of clothes. But I also made sure to put in a lot of pictures, a lot of photos, like family photos, etc. I didn't bring up much Grenadian type artifacts, etc., which I regretted. As soon as I came up here, it's like you feel a sense of patriotism for whatever reason when you're up here. So I ran straight to the flag shop, bought myself a $20 flag of Grenada. I also bought a flag of Trinidad because that's where I was born. Throughout the year, that's when I started receiving a lot of Grenadian music, carnival music, a lot of soca. LimeWire is the best place to download your music just for future information. So in terms of packing, I would suggest that you bring up a lot of things that remind you of home and your favorite food. I suggest that you bring a lot of stuff that reminds you of your country, reminds you of you, that you'll be comfortable in especially if you live on res, that's when you want to portray where you're from. So just remember to bring up something that represents where you're from, because that's what we do best.
Basically, I packed all the necessities I needed, the clothes and stuff like that. I brought a lot of pictures with me, music, because I love my Tanzanian music. Although I wish I'd brought more Tanzanian stuff, like I didn't have a Tanzanian flag or any Tanzanian art, but the next year when I went home, I got some of that.